Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and please do not forget to like and subscribe, thank you. I just want to love freely. Lee Min-ho breaks his silence on loneliness, the burden of dreams, and his quiet search for peace. When people hear the name Lee Min-ho, they imagine dazzling red carpets, international fan meetings filled with thunderous cheers, romantic roles that have left indelible marks on drama history, and the unshakable aura of a global superstar. But behind the shine, beyond the flawless photo shoots and carefully crafted scripts, lives a man who admits that sometimes the spotlight feels colder than it looks. In one of his most vulnerable confessions yet, Lee Min-ho stripped away the image of perfection and revealed the soul beneath, a man carrying loneliness despite applause, a man whose dreams have shifted from ambition to serenity, and above all, a man yearning to love without boundaries, freely, quietly, and truly. Milky Way, the loneliness behind the curtain. There are nights, he said softly, when the crowd is gone, when the lights are off, and when silence feels heavier than any stage I've ever stood on. That is when I feel the weight of being alone. For years, fans have seen him as a symbol of love, the charming heir in Boys Over Flowers, the majestic emperor in The King, eternal monarch, the loyal protector in City Hunter. On screen, he embodied passion, loyalty, and unshakable devotion. But away from the camera, he revealed a truth that few expected. Even surrounded by millions, loneliness can still carve deep valleys in the heart. People think fame fills your life, he confessed, but sometimes it empties it even more. Because you begin to wonder, do people love me? Or do they love the version of me that has been created for them? Shooting star, a star, but still a man. What makes Lee Min-ho's revelation even more powerful is that it humanizes him. Fans often imagine celebrities as untouchable beings, yet his words carried the tremble of vulnerability. He admitted that the higher he climbed in his career, the more difficult it became to trust freely. There are days I want to just walk into a cafe, sit quietly, and have someone see me not as Lee Min-ho the actor, but simply as Min-ho, a man who laughs, who hurts, who loves, and who dreams. It was an admission that stripped away the grandeur of celebrity life and left behind something raw, the desire to simply be seen. Rose the weight and evolution of dreams. Dreams once fueled his every step. As a young actor, he dreamed of global fame, of recognition, of proving himself worthy in a competitive industry. He chased scripts, worked sleepless nights, endured injuries, and sacrificed privacy to make his name echo across continents.
And he succeeded.
Yet now, as he looks at his life from a place of maturity, his dreams have taken a softer, more profound shape. When I was younger, he reflected, my dreams were about achievement. Now, my dreams are about peace. I want mornings where I wake up without anxiety. I want laughter that is not rehearsed. I want a love that holds me without conditions. My dream is no longer the world's applause. My dream is inner quiet. These words carried the bittersweet truth that dreams evolve. The same boy who once dreamed of fame now longs for simplicity. The man who reached global stardom now craves peace of heart. Broken heart love beyond the cameras. For fans who have always linked him with legendary screen romances, his perspective on love was especially moving. Love should not be a performance, he said firmly. It should not be a role where you worry if you are enough. It should be the place where you can fail, where you can be messy, where you can be tired and still be loved. That, to me, is freedom. That is the love I want. This statement felt like a window into his soul. Love, for him, is no longer about fireworks and grand gestures. It is about safety, understanding, and truth. Love, for Lee Min-ho, is liberation. Searching for peace in a noisy world. In a world that constantly demands more from him, Lee Min-ho confessed that he has learned to search for peace in small, overlooked places. Peace is not always in the big moments, he explained. Sometimes peace is just sitting by the sea and hearing the waves. Sometimes peace is holding a cup of coffee on a rainy morning. Sometimes peace is knowing you don't need to impress anyone in that moment. For a man whose life is often magnified under public eyes, His description of peace was strikingly humble. It was not about grand escapes or luxurious getaways, but about silence, stillness, and authenticity. Glow showing Europe, Africa the fans who listen beyond the words. As soon as his words reached the public, fans across the world poured their emotions onto social media. Minho, you've given us joy for years. Now it's your turn to find joy without pressure. You are not alone. We may be far, but our hearts are with you. Please don't carry this loneliness alone. We want you to know you are loved not just as an actor, but as a human. These messages created a bridge between the star and his fans, reminding him that while loneliness may visit, he is never truly abandoned. Crescent Moon, a man at a crossroads. Lee Min-ho stands now at a unique crossroad in his journey, one where success is no longer the measure of his life, but serenity is. Where love is no longer about image but freedom. Where dreams are no longer about conquest but about healing. His confession has not only reshaped how fans see him, but also how he sees himself. In admitting his loneliness, his longing, and his desire for peace, Lee Min-ho has perhaps already taken the first step toward the freedom he seeks. Cherry Blossom, the beauty of vulnerability. In the end, what Lee Min-ho has given the world is not just another headline, but a reminder that even those who seem to have everything still ache for the same things we all do: love without fear, peace without noise, and dreams that feel like home. His vulnerability has become his greatest strength, making him not just a star, but a mirror reflecting the deepest desires of the human heart. And perhaps, as he continues his journey, his words will remind us all that true success is not applause but peace, not perfection but authenticity, not fame but love that flows freely like air.